Okay. Hi, I'm Brooke Gilmore, Director of the Deborah L. Coffin Women's Center at SNHU. So a women's center is historically a place at a university that brings women and men together to talk about issues of advocacy, gender equality, and support and advocate for women on campus and their rights. So Women's Center as programming is happening right now. So we're looking to start screening films and having guest speakers come into campus within the next month. However, the physical space, the physical center won't be available till probably next December. The Women's Center is meant to be inclusive. Not only women are allowed in the Women's Center, we encourage our male peers and colleagues to join us as well. The technical definition of feminism is somebody who believes in gender equality, both political, economic, and social. And I believe that a lot of men on this campus indeed fit that description. And so we would hope that men would want to be involved in the center as well. Okay, so the Women's Center is meant to offer support, so emotional and academic support for our female students and male students, provide advocacy for students, so build confidence, esteem, and leadership opportunities for our students. We'll have evidence-based programming, so speakers, training, workshops, films, etc., to raise issues about gender equity and women's issues, and also a mentoring program. So we'll connect students with faculty and staff and community members in a structured mentor program. SNHU has never had a women's center before. This is brand new for us, which is really exciting. Most universities and colleges have a women's center or something like it. We've been doing a lot of great things with diversity initiatives, especially with the LGBTQA advocacy programs and generation equality, but we haven't been addressing specifically women's issues. And this is a conversation that is pivotal for students in their adolescent, 18 to 21-year-old years when they're developing as people to have support and advocacy. So the idea originated a few years ago. Myself and some of my female colleagues on the faculty were just talking about a lack of discussions around women's issues, gender equity, social justice, etc. When we were all in college, that was a big part of our lives, and we had places to go to talk about things that were happening in the news, current events that affected me as a woman. And so we noticed that there was a lack of that here at SNHU, so we proposed the idea to the provost. She was in favor of it, and at the same time we had an alum who wanted to make a donation to the university in direct support of students, and she herself was really interested in women's issues in particular. So it happened to be a really good match, and that's where the center was born from. So the physical center, which we're really excited about, will go in the old library, and the center will consist of a very large lounge area, complete with a kitchen, so that's really exciting. And the lounge area will have, a television, so it'll be a very comfortable, safe, laid-back space for people to just come hang out. We'll also have programming in there, speakers, etc. It can be converted to a classroom, so the center will also be collaborating with other faculty with curriculum development with our new gender studies minor, so we'll teach classes in there. There'll be a conference room for student groups, the advisory board. There'll be a lactation room for any of our students, staff, or faculty who are in need of that, and my office and offices for student workers as well. My vision for the Women's Center is, really knows no bounds at this point. I would like to see it as a really busy space filled with a lot of creativity and student involvement. So the more the students are involved in what kind of programming and what kind of initiatives that we take on, the better. But really as a place where we start to address some major social justice issues that are happening that we don't necessarily have the space or time to address here right now. It's happening in smaller pockets, but just to really bring those issues to the forefront of our campus in the sake of empowering women. I hope that this will help students on campus by providing them another place to get support. So if anybody's having an issue on campus or has been, heaven forbid, sexually harassed or assaulted, they have another place to come and know that they are heard and get help. Also in developing self-esteem and confidence boosting, having the courage to go out there and negotiate for salaries when women make less than men do in the workforce, and just feeling as though they're empowered individuals with rights and that they're being heard.